Hey guys, how's it going? I'm GeniusPhoenix1.4. Today I'm going to be showing you a little bit on how I'm going to start my movement in GameMaker on the project we've been using to show you how to use all of these things here. So did I touch on macros? I'll leave macros for now. We'll talk about macros later maybe. But the first part of making any video game is the concept, and the concept of my game is I want to be able to switch between the sort of platformer and the top-down, so sort of switching between Legend of Zelda for the top-down and Mario for the platformer, that sort of style. And the way that I'm going to do that is through objects and scripts. So we're going to go into our object and we're going to add an event, create event, and in our create event we'll drag the code in. Remember from the objects tutorial, code action, we'll drag that in. We don't need that second one, so we'll delete that. But in this first section we'll say / set up variables. A variable is it's just a value really defined by a word. So then if you've got a long list of functions that all use the same value for something, you don't have to change it in all of those locations. If you want to change it, you just have to change the variable, what the variable is set to. So we'll say move speed is equal to 4, and that will just be how quick we move. Well, sort of how quick we move. And then we're gonna what we also want to do is in our variables we'll say state is equal to top down. So TPDN is what I'm going to use for top down. Put a semicolon on your end, on the end of your variables and most functions, just because it's good practice, and also some other programs, not GameMaker, but some other programs will penalise you for not putting your semicolons on the ends of lines. So we're now going to create a step event, just a normal step, and we will go in here and we're going to say execute underscore script. I've done this wrong. Where's my pop-up menu not coming up? Not that one. Is it that one? General, yeah. No, it's not this one, that's game settings. Count. Nope. Edit. Preferences, that's it. So you want to have show command. Oh no, wait. Where is it? Can't find it. There's a better way of doing it. It's up here. Oh, it is on. So if you press this button, it will come up with that pop-up menu we talked about in the scripts thing. Execute. Is it script execute? So yeah, it's script execute. Okay, script execute, and say state. or actually no, state underscore ser, and then we'll have that there. We want the so if state is equal to tpdn, so top down, and then we want that to be state underscore scr is equal to scr underscore move underscore state underscore tpdn, like that, and put a semicolon there. Gonna copy this, Control C, exit out of there for a moment, go to our script, change that up there, the name to scr move state tpdn, and we'll do the same here. We'll do a triple, is it triple? I think it's triple, Control V, and we'll do the parameters, which will be move speed, like that, and then we want to set up the variable, so move speed is equal to argument 0, so that's just the first parameter we pass in, and we don't need any others, so we'll just leave that there. And we'll say var move speed, so it only applies to this script here. And then see, okay, we want to change this here then to move speed, like that, so then that will listen to this variable here, and then pass it into the script through here, so that we could just type 4 there, but if we wanted to change it, we would only have to change it in one place, because we might use that script again in a different place, or that variable again in a different place, and then in here we'll get that move speed, which will be 4, and then we'll transfer it into a local variable for this script, and then all we need to do really is set up some control keys, so for WASD or up, down, left, right, as sort of like the controls, yeah. So we'll go create new script, scr underscore get underscore input, and we'll say, we'll copy that quickly, Control C, // and we want the we'll just leave it without any parameters for now, and then we want to say write underscore key is equal to keyboard underscore check ord. So this is for WASD, singular quotation marks, and then a capital capital D for write. So that's for if you're doing WASD, you have to have an ord in front of the letter, and then more brackets or parentheses, whatever you want to call them. So we'll set write key to be D, or, and we do this by doing 2 straight slashes, sort of, which is above the backslash, and we'll say keyboard underscore check, and then just vk underscore write, so that'd be the write key on your arrows. We'll then copy and paste this 4 times. Well, 3 more times like that. And we'll set this to left key, up key, and down key, like that. And the left key would be capital A, capital W, and then capital S for down. And we'll change this to VK underscore left underscore up, and VK underscore down. And then we'll say I think that's just it then, really. So yeah, we'll say str underscore get input, and then we'll say if right key, like that, curly brackets. We don't want those parentheses though, or brackets, or whatever you want to call them. Say dir, which will be direction. We'll say var dir is equal to right, and this is where we'll create a couple of macros. So it'll let me create a macro. All configurations is what you want to click on. Well, all of these will usually be in capitals, so we have right, and we'll set that to be 1. Down, because we'll go clockwise. 2. Left. 3. And up will be 4, which we could also set to 0, but we'll keep it for 4 right now. And we'll say dir is equal to right, and x plus equals move speed, and then we'll copy and paste this. Control C, Control V, 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 3 more times. We'll do it for all the other ones. So left, we'll set that to left, and we'll say minus equals instead of plus equals, and then down, and down, all in capitals, and we'll change this to Y, and then up, change this to minus equals, and Y minus equals move speed, and then else, just have x plus equals 0 and y plus equals 0, just as a failsafe. And then it should mean that our object can move in 4, if not 8 directions. At least 4 though. And we have an error message which we can't read because it's not loading. fatal error, top player, TPND. Okay, try and fix this. I think what we need to do is, where it says state, we'll have to put quotation marks around it so it understands that it's not a variable, like that. Okay, see if it works then. There we go. And if we, now what does it want? So there were a lot of errors apparently in our thing. Undefined value, x plus equals move speed. I swear I defined move speed as something. If we go back into scripts, yeah, move speed is there. I don't understand why it does this. Is equal to argument 0. I had this error last time I was recording and I just sort of had to give up. I'm still getting that error. Undefined value, line 10, snack frame is Gmail. So it's saying that move speed is undefined. Right. So move speed there is equal to 4. If we go into the step, oh, I see. I see. Okay. We'll just say, instead of doing that, just have that like that. So if state is equal to tbdn, then it will run this script here, and then it should actually be defined. Okay, so if it is, there we go. So we can now move in 8 directions, and it's not really visible because my view is quite big. So we will go into rooms, RM level 1, views, and we'll change the view in the room to be double that. So 256 times 2 is 400, 512, and 128 times 2 is 256, like that. So, oh, it's the whole room by the looks of it. Shouldn't be, but oh well, we'll work it out. Come on. Doesn't seem to want to load now. Okay, this doesn't load. This is going to be pretty annoying. There we go. Okay, so yeah, we can move in 4 directions, 8 directions actually, and we are constantly blinking while we're doing it. Yeah, one thing to note is that I have changed the port on screen, because last time we did it I got the numbers a bit wrong and it looked really flat, sort of like narrow. So now the port on screen is 1280 and 640. It just makes it look more like in the right aspect ratio. We're going to have to also change this slightly. Is my sprite centered? My sprite is centered. So it's pretty simple. We just need to do half of those values there. So 512, it's 256, and then 128, like that. And it should put me in the center of my screen. and there we go. So it doesn't work when we're coming up to the side of the room, but for now that's pretty good. Anyway, next time we will be adding a platformer thing, platformer state, there we go. So we can jump around and move left and right and jump. But until then, thank you all for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe. If you didn't understand this, go back and watch all my other videos. And if you didn't understand the code, please ask me in the comments and I will explain it to the best of my knowledge. Thank you once again for watching, and I will see you all later.